Over many years, I have been exposed to the several interactions with individuals and families, and I have seen them struggle when it comes to what we call as behavior transformation. Uh, I have seen families trying to raise children with the right intent, both parents, but the way in which they want to approach the whole thing is very different, which leads to unnecessary conflicts and difference of opinion. Now, my work as a management consultant has taken me to several senior leadership members, and I've seen across these leaders that they also very often are struggling between the job requirements and the person they are. So what very critical stands out, what stands out is that there's a need for the concept of behavior transformation. And behavior transformation is fundamentally very different from what we get to see from the spiritual gurus or the seers that we hear of. Behavior transformation is when we try to attain behaviors which are in line with who we are and use these behaviors only to achieve our objective in life and goal in life. Now, it is important to understand that if you interact with great people, I have known people who have very great, excellent proximity to great souls, noble people, excellent uh, individuals. But these great people are expected to rub off a behavior onto the people who are close to them, and that will then lead to transformation. However, I have seen that in most of the cases this doesn't happen. I have seen people go and spend a lot of time with spiritual leaders. They go to all the different institutions and they listen to them. They listen to all the discourses. They come back very happy about it. But after that, the practices or the behaviors which the leaders talk of, none of them are implemented. The hope is that if the behaviors are implemented, then they would lead to again transformation of the individual who would lead a much happier life. But then none of them get implemented. This also fails. Why does this happen? My work and deep insight on behavior analysis says that this happens, and the behavior transformation happens when an individual is able to lead a meaningful life, and this meaningful life then aligns with his destiny, and then this helps him to the necessary transformation of behaviors. Do people transform? Of course they do, but not by listening to others. It is by actually leading a meaningful life. Now, I'm sure in your life you have had several experiences, but a lot of these experiences do not help us lead a necessarily meaningful life. We are, over time, since our birth, we have been what I call as we have been categorized. And this categorization as the profession, we have been categorized based on the profession. This guy is an engineer, so he'll behave like this. That guy is an MBA, therefore he'll behave like this. A doctor behaves like this. And this categorization of different types, in the leadership you have the MBTIs and all. People say he's an INTJ. In the DISC analysis they will categorize you in DISC formats, and then we start thinking that we are like that. But the fundamental of behavior analysis is that we should always understand that individuals have all defined and different destinies which they want to achieve, and the behavior that they display is the fundamental for them to understand and achieve their destiny. Now, over the next 7 videos, I will explain all of these facts that I am talking of, all of these factors, and you can go to my website, which is metl.in, and download the workbook on behavior analysis. And should you have questions, I would be very happy to listen to it. And behavior transformation, remember one thing, is that behavior transformation is one such thing which is not going to happen over a period of a 3-day workshop or something. It takes time, and several instances I have seen that people spend a lifetime and at the end they are still not satisfied with the kind of life they have led. It's important for us to understand that through the experiences, through the kind of life that we are trying to lead, the whole intent is to lead a meaningful life, so that we are satisfied with what we are doing, and to achieve that we have to understand and transform our behaviors to make that happen. So watch out for more. This is the first video. 7 more videos are waiting for you.